Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be a first time swatching lip swatch video of the new Maybelline Colour Sensational lipstick line. It's their matte line and I think it's called like the Creamy Mattes or the Divine Mattes or something mattes. I know they did have some matte lipsticks before, but this is a different range altogether. These ones are absolutely amazing. I have tried two of them so far, one of which I have on the lips and I just applied it for the first time, but I'll talk about that in a minute. There are 8 shades in total and I will be swatching all of them today. To my knowledge, the Colour Sensational lipsticks are around $20 to $25 New Zealand. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you will know that the Maybelline Colour Sensational lipsticks are some of my favourite drugstore lipsticks, so I am so excited to bring you a full lip swatch video today. If I have missed anything or if you have any questions regarding the products themselves, please let me know down below. I'm just really keen to get into the swatching, so let's do it. So the lightest shade I'm going to be swatching from lightest to darkest, which actually conveniently is the same order as the numbers, which is not always typical of product ranges, but anyway, this is 655 Daringly Nude, and if you guys haven't seen the packaging on these, they just have like either a coloured or like a frosted lid. This one is both, it's coloured and frosted, with a simple silver barrel with the lipstick in there like that. On the bottom it has a colour guide. I don't know if you guys can really see that from this distance, but it's really great because if you store them upside down in your your collection, you can see the colour. So this one is Daringly Nude, which, oh my god, it's on my lips right now. I really love it. When I first saw this shade, I was super duper excited. I think this would be a great shade for pretty much any skin tone, from like very fair, if you're like me, very fair, to more of a deep skin tone. I think it is absolutely beautiful. I really love it. It's probably going to be my everyday lipstick. Like, I really enjoy it. Like all of their lipsticks, they are so super duper pigmented. They are very creamy and very smooth. I feel like they're matte but not too matte. Like, there's still a little bit of a, I don't know if you guys can see on camera, but still like a little tiny bit of like a shine or a sheen to it, but it's nothing obnoxious. And if you guys saw the other video where I actually tried on one of these, which I will leave linked off down below, one of the coral shades, I said that it feels like a moussey velvet texture. Like, it's definitely not transfer proof. If I kissed my hand it would come off. It's not like that matte that it won't transfer, but it is very comfortable, not sticky, very velvety. So I definitely love the formula. But yeah, this one on my lips, long story short, is Daringly Nude. The next shade in the line is actually a little bit deeper, but it's still a nude. It's called Touch of Spice number 660 and it looks like this. It's more of like your kind of Kylie Jenner sort of nude. It's kind of got a little bit of like a sort of purple undertone to it, if you know what I mean, like a rosy, more mauve undertone. This reminds me a lot from the swatch of Lumiere by Colourpop. I think just a little bit warmer, a little bit less sort of cool toned grey, but we'll see how we go. So this is Touch of Spice on the lips. I really like it. This is a very sort of 90s lip colour. It's in that like terracotta, mauve, rosy, whatever you want to call it, trend. I actually really like this. This isn't a shade that I would wear on an everyday basis, but I might wear this, even just this exact look, out at night time, just because the lip is a little bit deeper. It makes it a little bit more dramatic. You could definitely wear this with a smoky eye, but I really like it even with this eye. Even though it's like literally just mascara, I think this still looks really nice. Okay, so the next shade is called Lustful Blush number 665. And this one, I'm not going to lie to you, first off I've dinged it on the lid, you can see it's like kind of munted. But I have worn this shade because I received this ages ago because I got it as a birthday present. That just goes to show how long this range took to come to New Zealand. So I've already used it. I think I might have used it like once, so I don't really have an opinion. I can't even remember what it looks like on. But if I swatch it, it is definitely more pink than the previous shade, but I still think it's kind of in the nude family, but we'll apply it and see. It might look different on the lips. Okay, I'm wrong, it's definitely not nude. So this is Lustful Blush on my lips. I was wrong, it wasn't nude. I don't know why I thought it was nude because it's like really pink. It's kind of like that purple toned pink. It's very flattering. I think it looks great. I'm kind of not into the shade at the moment. I used to be really into it. Like, this was like my go-to kind of colour. That's sort of like my lips but better colour family, where it's sort of like a colour that could be your natural lip. But I really do like it. Sorry, I'm looking in my mirror if you guys can see, just because I can't really see in the viewfinder, so I'm like trying to actually get a good look at it. But I do like it. It's just not a colour that I think I'll wear all the time. If you guys are more of like a natural neutral kind of person, but you want something like pinky purple, this could be a really great option. I do think this one is a little bit more matte than the first two. Like, I feel like there's not really any shine at all to my lips, if you guys can tell. But yeah, I like this one. This one is Lustful Blush. If I'm starting to get messy, I'm sorry. I'm trying to like clean up the lip line as I go, so if I look a little bit crazy, that's probably why. Anyway, the next shade is called 670 Ravishing Rouge, and this one is another pink. Compared to the last one, I think this is definitely more pink and less purple, if that makes sense. We'll see when I put it on. I guess I would kind of call this a candy pink, but not like a Candy Yum Yum by MAC like fluoro pink. This is more of like a, not natural, but like not a crazy candy pink, if that makes sense. It has definitely got that blue, purpley, like lilac undertone, but it is very, very toned down. So if you kind of want something like Saint Germain by MAC, but not so dramatic, and also like Snob, this to me is like a more natural, slightly deeper version of Snob by MAC, because I don't think I can wear Snob. I don't like the way it looks on me, but this is kind of like that bright, kind of poppy, peppy, bright pink without being too crazy, too bright, and it is really, really wearable. So I actually do like this colour. I did find though that when I was applying this, it was transferring a little bit, but that could have just been the way that I was applying it. I'm not sure, but I do really like this colour as well. I kind of like all of them, but so far the nudes are probably the only two that I will regularly wear. Next we have a berry shade, and I'm really excited about this one. This one is 680 Mesmerizing Magenta. And this one is definitely more of like that berry kind of pink. I am so excited. Coming into the cooler months with like autumn and winter, I am so excited to try something like this. I do have a few berry shades in my collection, but I don't really love the formula on all of them. So considering I love the formula on these, hopefully this one will be a winner. So this is Mesmerizing Magenta on my lips. I don't know if that's exactly what I was expecting, but I do like it. I don't know if it's just me. If any of you guys have the shade or have swatched the shade, please let me know. Do you feel like this has got a iridescence to it? I feel like no matter how close I come up on camera, I don't think you're going to be able to see it. I feel like it's one of the shades, like similar to one of the shades that I have from Colourpop, where it's kind of got like a shimmery iridescence, like low-key sort of shimmer to it, because it is just like that little bit more, not reflective, but it catches the light a little bit more, if that makes sense. Like it's got like a purple or a blue shimmer through it. I really do like it. I think this one I will need to use a lip liner though, because it's getting a little bit darker and it's getting a little bit messier. I'm nowhere near as precise with lipsticks as I am with liquid lipsticks, so excuse the application, but I do like this. It's definitely not as dark of a berry as I expected, which to be honest was my bad, because I feel like this is really similar to the colour in the tube. My hopes were too high, but I do really like this colour, and I think I will be wearing this in the fall time maybe. On those days where I want to have a really nice pop of colour on the lip, because it is like a nice sort of full-time pop of colour, if that makes sense. So the next shade is the one that I have already worn, and it is number 685 Craving Coral, and it is a coral orange colour, and I loved this when I wore it. I thought it was such a beautiful bright shade, and I'm just going to show you guys because it is amazing. This is definitely going to be a go-to in my collection for the warmer months, and to be honest for any months, because I don't really care. I just wear whatever lipstick I want whenever I want. But if you want to do it by season, you do you. So this is what Craving Coral looks like on the lips. As you guys can see, it is a very, very vibrant coral orange shade. It is most definitely on the orange side of coral. It's not like a oh, it's so like pinky and red. No, it's definitely like an orange coral, and I really like that, because a lot of my corals like that kind of like candy pink undertone, whereas this is like really fiery. It just kind of, it's almost like an orange with a touch of red. I don't know how coral it really is. Do you guys feel me? I think it does make my teeth look a little bit more yellow, because it is kind of like that orange colour rather than like a pink. It's definitely making my teeth look more yellow actually, now that I think about it, but I do really like it. But if you do have more yellowed or not so white teeth, just do be aware that it can make them look a little bit stained. All in all, the shade is perfect. I love it. If you guys want to get one of the brights out of this collection, I totally recommend this because I feel like oranges are so flattering on everyone. Any hair colour, any eye colour, go and get it. So that one was Craving Coral. Next we have the red of the collection, if you know what I mean. Not like that reddy orange, this is like red. It's called Siren and Scarlet and it's number 690. And it looks to be more of that kind of like blue based, not blood red. Blood red? Is it blood blue based? I don't even know. More of like that sort of deeper, more flattering red in my opinion, especially for teeth and like off-white teeth that aren't white. This is going to be way more flattering. So again, that is Siren and Scarlet. So this is Siren and Scarlet on my lips. Originally I thought it was like that really cool toned red, but I feel like it's kind of like a neutral red. It's not like super duper orangey or warm, and it's not super duper like blue based and cool tone. It's kind of like somewhere in the middle. I actually really like it. It's sort of more of like that, I guess like a Snow White red. This is like a traditional red lipstick. It doesn't make my teeth look particularly white, particularly yellow. They just look kind of normal-ish. Like all of the others, the formula was impeccable. I'm really happy with it, and this will be a lipstick that I reach for quite often because as you guys can see, the lines are really crisp and is a really nice matte colour. So now that my lips are basically raw, I'm going to finish off with the final shade. This one is very dark. It is 695 Divine Wine, and as you can see it is a very dark shade. I think this is a brown. I feel like with the brown looking lipsticks you put them on, you're like, oh, this is purple, or like, oh, this is red. This one looks brown, but we shall see. So this is what Divine looks like on my lips. Like I said, it's one of those ones that's deceiving. It is a brown, but it definitely has a lot of a red undertone to it. It's not like a neutral brown where it's like, okay, that's brown. This is like a reddish brown. And you guys take what you will. Every single time that I wear a dark brown lip, you guys are always like, oh my god, I love it on you. And I'm always like, I don't really love it. But you guys are like, no, it looks good. And I'm kind of like, I don't really like it. But I can appreciate it's a really nice colour. If you are looking for a brown, this one is very flattering. I feel like it doesn't make my teeth look yellow. If anything, kind of makes them look green, which is kind of strange. Do you guys see what I mean? Anyway, I think it's a really nice colour. And it applied really nicely. It was nicely pigmented. It wasn't patchy. I would recommend wearing it with a lip liner because it's like very dark. Anything darker than kind of like a mid-tone nude or a mid-tone pink I do wear with lip liner. So that is the end of my swatches. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you didn't mind that I didn't do the little pose faces or the photos or anything because that makes me feel so uncomfortable, and I feel like me talking to you wearing the shades is just as helpful as me doing like the power to people who can do it without laughing, but I can't. It like really pains me to do it, so I did it without it. If you would rather that I'd put in the little like clips of me with the lipstick on and just smiling and stuff, I can totally do that. It hurts my soul to do it. But yeah, I love all of the 8 shades. Out of the 8, there's probably about 4 that I would wear on the regular basis. Those 2 nude shades, definitely. I would definitely wear those. I really love the coral, and I will probably go back to the red. This shade I might use in a tutorial at some point if you guys want to see it, but sort of like the pink shades, I'm not really into pinks at the moment, which is really weird. I'm normally very into pinks. Oh, and I'd also wear the magenta, but I'm just not feeling pink lipstick at the moment. Like I used to be all about the pink life, but right now just not so much. Anyway, I'm going to stop blabbing. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did and you maybe found it helpful, please give this video a thumbs up because it helps me an awful lot. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in my next video, which should hopefully be up on Saturday. Just really quick side note, excuse the all over the place uploads lately. Getting back into school was harder than I expected, and I knew this would happen, but I was telling myself it wouldn't, but I'm getting there. Anyway, excuse me, sorry about that distraction. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Now for the thing that literally just about killed me. They listed their bold metal brushes for $5.50.